Hey, I'm often asked what sort of landing page works well for lead generation. But like a lot of things, there isn't a single answer. What I thought I'd do is just quickly run through three types of landing page you can use depending on the design, the direction you want to follow. So let's just make my video smaller here. So what I'll run through first is a multi-step landing page. So this is a user's been driven by traffic somehow or visited the site and has landed with the first question here. So you can see this is all about energy. We're asking, do you have a smart meter? So as the user goes through and answers questions, we just take them on a little journey and they get a percentage sign here of where they are in the journey. So now they can answer how they pay their bills. We could say direct debit and who their current supplier is. So if we just choose EDF, you can see here up until now, when we're 67% of the way through this journey, we've not asked any personal information at all. So now we can just put a postcode in, and the idea is that as a user 67% of the way through, they're more likely to carry on with the journey once you ask something personal. So I've got Path installed, so I can just put my address in, and I can go through, put all details in, hit get quote, and that's the entire journey done. It's just a multi-step form. I've got multiple bits of information that I needed. It's taken a user probably 20 seconds, and they're just clicking at like 3 buttons to begin with. So it's a great way if you've got several questions to run through with the user. A second alternative is if you want something quicker. So this is exactly the same information with a completely different layout. So you can see what we're using here is a hook of a £10 Amazon voucher when you switch your energy supplier. So we've got just some benefit points. It takes less than a minute to fill this in, no confusing online switching. And it's exactly the same questions. So it's just laid out completely differently. So I can go through, put all my details in. Again, it's just got Path installed, so I can just choose the address and same details going in, hit get your quote. This one actually is asking for a mobile number. That's purely because we use a double opt-in mechanism with that particular one. So again, get your quote. So it's a great way to get the user through the journey as quickly as possible because their focus is actually upon winning the voucher. It's not really about that particular product or anything, although the idea is they're going to switch energy provider. So you might not use an incentive like that if it's not just a sort of generic product, it's something more emotional. So the third alternative is a chatbot. So you can see here, this is, hi, let's get you a quote. It'll take less than 1 minute. What's your name? So we're starting this journey off in a completely different way because we're not asking like non-specific personal details. We're asking them what their name is. So you can go through and fill this out. And the reason we do it is because it's like a chatbot. The idea is it needs to speak to you. So now it can say, hi, Simon, let's get cracking. Do you have a smart meter? And we use the information that they enter to then say, it's always good to be smart. So if you answer no, it will probably say something else to you. How do you pay your bills? It's exactly the same information that we were collecting previously. Great. Who is your current supplier? So we just choose British Gas. And then it, depending on who you choose, it gives you some information about British Gas that's just as if it's like a conversational manner. We've got a slightly different lookup in here. So rather than asking postcode and house number, you just start typing and it gives you your address. It's just to try and keep the address field on a single form, rather than in a chatbot style. It can be a little bit jarring if you go like postcode, then house number. So again, enter the phone number. It's doing real-time lookups on all the phone numbers in the same way as Path. Let me just hit go there. And then enter your email address. So just put simon@mediabowl.co.uk, and here's the sort of privacy statement and opt-in and whatever else, and you can hit get your quote, and then thanks, Simon. So there's 3 different types of landing pages that you can use dependent on how you want to appeal to users. So it's asking exactly the same information, but the journey feels completely different to the user. So it's something to think about with your landing pages. And if you want any more information, just give me a shout. Cheers.